Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Operator Nexxus, and this is Transport Fever. Last time around, we finished up this lovely little airport that we have two planes running on currently. As you can see, we have been interrupted by the new trains that have just become available. Anyway, we have not picked up any passengers yet, and furthermore so that this little coach line has not really picked up any passengers. I figure that this is going to cost us money probably for about 8 to 10 years before it starts to pay off, which is okay because as much money as it's costing us, we're still making close to 15 million a year, so not a big deal. We're going to let that just kind of trundle along until it does its thing, and then once it starts to make money, we'll start upgrading and putting more stuff on and more airports in as needed. I want to address, I had a commenter that asked me to put in a an eastbound. I apologize. I'll have to go back and look again. I can't remember exactly if it was an East Coast line or if it was an eastbound line. However, I did look at the comment and did say that, yeah, we can do that. And what's probably going to happen as I was just looking around is that's going to be in the future because I did a little bit of research and kind of found out, you know, what that locomotive and stuff looks like. And actually, it is one of the mods that I do have installed. Currently right now, and I did look through the train list, and I do have the American coaches that went along with the Powhatan Express, which was the name of the line. It was called the Powhatan Express. I may have the pronunciation a little bit wrong there. You'll have to let me know. Anyway, so what's going to happen is when we're ready to put that in, what's going to happen is this line right here, the yellow line, is probably going to evolve into the Powhatan Express line, and it's going to run from I won't change the name of the towns, but it'll run from Margate to Burnley, you know, out here to Sittingbourne, to Castleford, to Royston, to Thame. And that will be, since there's not really an East Coast, this is kind of the East Coast right here, as much as there is no water because the water's running through the center of the map. But that's probably where that line is going to end up. I may change my mind and just put in kind of like, I don't know, like kind of a little Hampton to or Kirby and Ashfield to Ron's kind of thing, and just a point-to-point service maybe that crosses the lake, or you know, something like that. But anyway, what I have done is decided that this line is probably most likely going to evolve into the Powhatan Express line that runs through, you know, through the east of the country. It says it ran from Cincinnati to Virginia, as much as, you know, these are not, you know, states, these are just cities. So this could very well just be, you know, Cincinnati all the way down to Virginia, and we'll just say that that's what it is, because this is a European map. I will, however, if the commenter, Neil, would like me to recreate that said passenger line again in the USA edition series, which will be probably what's coming up next after this one, I will most certainly do that, and I will definitely name the towns that it runs through after the you know, the real life towns. If I'll do a little bit more research and find out what they were, but that's also something that you can consider. But I will put it in the series, and we'll touch base on more on that later. What are we going to do today? Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you asked. Today is a very special day. Today we're going to have to retake a look at this fuel port here. As much as the road part is doing, you know, fantastically, the train part, it's doing great, but look at this buildup. 493 for Tottenham train that's carrying mixed consist, 205 for Southall mixed consist. Solihull only needs 27, which is fine. I actually need to pull this up and switch this to this color so we know the difference. Tottenham, what are you carrying? Yep, you need to be switched to. This is the mixed consist color, this burgundy. This one too. And the biggest part is that Tottenham is carrying the most, but we've got 226 fuel that needs to be hauled across the world over there. And so we may be needing to either update that train that's carrying it, or we may need to consider putting another one on the line. This one's already left, and it's carrying it. It's not carrying enough fuel. I'm wondering if we're gonna need I wonder if we should. It'll lose money. It might not lose money. I was thinking if we put 2 trains on there, one for the construction materials and the food, and the other one is just purely fuel. I don't think that's going to work though. I think what I need to do is I need to look around and see what kind of locomotives that we have available in 1957, and see if we have anything strong enough to carry, you know, a lot more fuel plus what it's already hauling for bricks and food. That's what we need to do. Right, so let's go to replacement. Let's go to locomotives. We're going to scroll all the way down to find some powerful stuff. That's not even that. No. The GWR is 100 miles per hour. The power is over. It's almost 2,400 horsepower. Tractive effort is 31,000 pounds. The Atchison, Topeka, Santa Fe, those are nice little trains. We're going to be using those too. These are some new ones that I have, new mod trains that I've downloaded because we needed some extra stuff just to, even if it was just eye candy. But yeah, we're definitely going to be using that little Santa Fe because it's a nice little locomotive. Well, we need something pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. And I don't want to go electric yet because that would be right there, see? Almost 4,700 horsepower, that would be ideal. It really would be. But I don't want to go electric yet. I mean, maybe we should. I mean, this is a long route, and it needs to haul a lot of stuff. I mean, we could just put more engines on, but they'd have to be, you know, these kind of engines or such. Let's look at the multiple units, see what we've got. This is the Alco PA. I mean, we could use this one. It's not the ideal one that I would want to use. I don't even know if that one's available. Yeah, it's right here. But it's not terribly expensive. Ooh, tractive effort, 102,000 pounds. That's not bad. I guess they all have that. Okay. Well, I guess this is what we'll do. We need to find that locomotive, that Alco, in the list in here. It's gonna be way down here because of all these other locomotives. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Nope. Let's keep going, keep going. It's down here somewhere. Hey, the Canadian National. That's a nice little locomotive too. It's powerful enough, but we need to put there it is right there. We need to put multiple. So I need 1, 2, 3 of you. Multiple units, and then I need 1, 2, 3 of you. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. I need you to go here, like this, and then I need you to there. Okay, just like that. Okay, that is 30 million just for the engines, folks. 30 million. I'm not sure that, I'm thinking that might be a little much. Together they're 5, 10, it's only 15,000 horsepower. Roughly. Not even. Let's try 10,000 horsepower and see what happens. It might be poor speed, but we might have to go with the poor, you know, power handling in order to save on cost. All right, so the best thing to do, I wonder if we should use these graffiti. Inner city tanker, yeah, inner city. You can tell because it's got tattoos. It's 20 tons, and you want to carry fuel, and you want 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's only 90. And you want 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's 180. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, we'll call it that. And then we also need food, which is, let's stop this. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60. And you also need construction materials. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, that's 144. Okay, this train is going to be expensive. In fact, it's actually not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. It's only 53 million. That's not bad. We got 700 million in the bank. So bam, let's take it. And it's probably not going to have the greatest speed in the world. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to have great speed. But it has to be. These stations are going to have to be redeveloped to hold these trains, by the way. And they will. You made us 6 million. But that's just barely your running cost. So you're making us enough money to stay viable. Power rating's mediocre. That's not bad. Could be worse. So 4 engines was enough. All right, for those of you train fans out there who were waiting for a long train, well, 15 oil tankers, 13 food cars, and 12 construction material cars. Do the math on that. That's well over 30 cars, and 4 engines to boot to haul it. My trains are significantly longer than this. And this is early. This is probably the earliest that I have built a train this big. But this is probably the first time in since the game has come out that I have actually attempted to do an actual train route from, well, no, I can't say that's the first time because I've done this before. It's just the way that the track is laid out in this, it makes it the route significantly longer because it couldn't have been just a straight shot. I have done these kind of routes, but they're straight shots, and the more curves you have in a line, the more you have to go around stuff and under stuff, the longer the route is. So for this early in the game, this is kind of the longest train I've ever had. Look, it's still going into the tunnel, and it's already halfway through on this side. Expect to see a lot of trains like this on the final network. When everything is connected up and running, and all we have to do is kind of, tweak stuff and upgrade it and get the, the other chain stuff. I'm going to leave the 2 and 3 material chain networks like machines and tools and stuff until we have everything else connected up. Then we'll focus on that. And by that time, most of the final network will pretty much be laid, and it'll pretty much just be upgrading and making new, sidings and stuff for trains to pass each other so that nobody's sitting and waiting for hours on end. But yeah, take a look at that beast. That's what you wanted, right? That's what you're here for, is this. This is what you came to see. It's got to be what you came to see because it's what I would have came to see. Anybody who's a train fan will love that. It is 1957 December. I get it. It's kind of early for diesel. But it needs to be done. If people want a purist series, I'm not sure that I am. I'm not sure I'm the tuber for that. I know a couple of people who out there who do like heavy detailing, high purity. I will try to stick with realistic. I will still stick with realistic lines and stuff like that. But if you're wanting to see like America rebuilt, detail for detail, engine for engine, that's not here. I will be doing USA series and stuff like that, but to actually keep with how American trains and all that stuff, I don't even know if there's enough mods available for that. But if you like what you see, then you're in the right place. We'll just say it like that. If you like what you see now, you're in the right place. Oh yes, this is that area we were talking about. This is exactly why I built this line. Exactly why I built this line. Tell me that is not a beautiful sight. There's a mountain in the background, off the horizon, next to a body of water, and there's a freight train running along it. If this is not what you came to see, if these are not the sights that you came to see, I hazard to guess why you are here, but welcome anyway. All right, enough of that. Now, we got to figure out if this is going to, how much, 360, woo, we're going to have to upgrade these other trains too. This is going to be a major busy traffic area for the trains. I can't stress to you enough how this is not going to, yeah. Can't even think of the word. All right, so that was Southall. You're not carrying enough fuel, sir. We're going to have to upgrade you. It is time to upgrade you. Let's get rid of all that. Let's go into here. While we're waiting for the other train to get over here, we'll, come into here. Got to get you something pretty powerful. Might have to go into multiple units. Atlantic coastline. No, I don't know. These are expensive trains, though. 1.5 million. How much are you making a year? You're not. You're losing money, so it wouldn't be smart to put you on there. And you're not carrying any of that stuff yet. Is any of this stuff waiting? I bet it's just because, yeah, there's fuel waiting, but it's not for long haul. And long haul mixed consist only has 2 food waiting. We're not getting enough materials into here. We've got cattle. This is... Yeah, the cattle's supposed to be bringing back... Oh, it's dropping off the fuel and the construction. No, that's not what we're supposed to have. The construction materials train should be bringing fuel. No, because it only goes to the... No. All right, that's right. No, I'm looking at it wrong is what I'm doing. Okay, so the cattle train is responsible for bringing cattle and taking back food, fuel. Food and fuel. Why are you carrying your back? Wait. No, you don't. No, stop. You don't carry back construction materials. Why would you carry no, yeah, you don't carry back. No, replace this. Nope, not yet, because we need to change the engine. Nope, that's fine. Yeah, you don't carry back construction materials from there because there's a shunting line that takes construction materials here and it puts them on the it puts them on here. Oh, there's a construction material train that takes... Yeah, I don't know why the cattle... now it kind of makes sense why stuff was not making sense to me. All right, how many trains are on here? 2. You need to be carrying way more cattle. I think we just got confused when we were placing the stuff on here. Okay, so you need to carry cattle. Or you just need to be automatic. So it's 3, 6, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what? Just delete the whole train. Just delete the whole thing. Let's go back to locomotives. We'll find that one. It's up here. It should be. There it is. And we go to wagons. (20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83. It's going to be about 200 and something. And then you will bring fuel back. Yes, you will. And we'll say you're going to bring fuel back. And that's 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80. Okay. Replace now, 31.7 million. I don't care because clearly someone wasn't paying attention. Okay. Now, 2.84 million. Your finances last year were 3. Well, you made 168,000 last year. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Your power rating is poor. Well, so okay, that means that we're gonna have to just change you out because you're not powerful enough to pull this train that you need to be able to pull. There's 700 and some cattle waiting. So we need, well, no, we need a locomotive. A train, please. Something powerful, preferably. No, powerful, just not too powerful. How about we use these? What's wrong with these? Nothing. We can just use 2 of them for the increased horsepower, and they're less than 1 million a year. Let's do it. 1, 2. Of course, it put them on the end, didn't it? It did. How wonderful. Okay, so 15 and 9. So get rid of that. We'll go back here. We'll say 1. No, we don't want that. What the heck? Atlantic coastline. 1, 2. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's just going to be used for a freight. Okay, so let's go find food. If you're wondering why I'm putting 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83. If you're wondering why I'm putting the box cars first and not the tank cars, is because we don't do that here. If there's an accident, we don't want the oil tankers right next to the engine if there's a crash. We want them in the back of the train, or at least we want box cars between the engine and the tankers so that there's less likely of more explosions. So we want, did I buy any of those yet? No, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. Oops, nope, no warning messages. Okay, so now replace that, 16.7, okay. We've blown through about, I don't know, blown through about 120 million, but, you know, that's okay. Yeah, see, this is, yeah, this is not okay. So, man, you need to turn, nope, you can't. All right, speed up because you're gonna have to turn around and go back. Into the station and swap out because that ain't working for me. It took this whole time you've been waiting to get out of the station. Mediocre. There we go. We can slow it back down again. Oh no, I want to. No, I don't want to follow that one. Gosh darn it. That's not the one I wanted. This is going to have to be upgraded too because these trains aren't going to fit on this station. As much as we can just leave it, it doesn't look very good if you don't have the, you know. I mean, obviously we're not going to be able to put all the trains. When the trains get longer significantly later, they're not really going to fit on the stations. I mean, they will. There will be cars that'll come out that'll allow us to put 400 and 500 units of materials on a train that'll still fit on the station, but you have to wonder if it's worth it. So you carry 270 now. Look at that. I believe they're backwards. Yeah. Attention to the modder. I guess. Well, yeah. Because it's an Atlantic. I don't know if this is an American engine, because, you know, we have an Atlantic coastline, and, you know, Europe has an Atlantic coastline. If this is an American engine, attention to the modder. These should be reversed. This one should be here, and this one should be there, so that we can actually look out the front window instead of looking out the back window while we're, you know, going that way. But yeah, I've noticed a couple of the mods, the trains that are connected and daisy chain like that, are actually backwards, and you're staring on the inside of the engine instead of actually seeing what's going on outside. All right, so that should kind of fix and help with that. I mean, it's mediocre at best, but you know, we can't ask for too much better than that. Everything is getting old. Trying to find a nice place for a screenshot, but that was pretty good. I mean, that purple and yellow and white is nice. It's nicely done on the engine. It's just that it's backwards. Oh, okay. That was a nice little, let you guys, watch the train for a minute. Okay, let's go back over here and see how this line is doing. It looks like it's coming back in. Yeah, you got 270 fuel. How much are you a year? You're 10 million a year. I really hope that fuel pays off and that you pick up some significant amount of goods, which you're not going to because they're not waiting here for you. Long haul's got... There's only one train on here, so I'm going to go ahead and say that you need to wait for 10 minutes. And you need to wait here and here. Because... And I'm doing that because the longer the train is not running and sitting there waiting for a full load, or at least waiting 10 minutes for a full load, or for as much as it can gain in 10 minutes. And what that 10-minute period means is 10 minutes from the last piece that it got. So if your train is sitting there, at least in my experience, that last patch might have actually updated that, so I haven't really had a chance to, verify it, but as far as I know from prior to the last thank you patch we got a couple days ago, when you set a train to wait at a station until full load, it's nice because it doesn't accumulate running costs. It actually costs like 10 times less if it's sitting there waiting for a full load than it does to be running with a half a load. So what that means is you set it for a 10-minute timer. So if the train picks up a box of bread, and then 9.5 minutes runs by, and then he picks up another piece of bread, that 10-minute timer starts over. Now that was prior to the last patch. I don't know if it's still the same or if they may have fixed it. I don't know. They said they added a couple new things based on what the community wanted, and some overall bug fixes and new features and stuff has been added and fixed and updated. Anyway, so that's pretty much what the wait for full load it's 10 minutes. It's whatever time limit you set to wait from the last time that it picks something up. So if I have a box of construction materials and then I'm set to wait for 3 minutes, and then at 2 minutes and 10 seconds I'm about to get ready to take off in 40 seconds, I pick up another box of construction materials, then my time limit just started over. So be sure that if you have a huge network running long trains that can block signals for a few minutes, or can block junctions for crossings, that you know what you're doing for setting trains to stop for a certain amount of time, because you can effectively jam up the entire network and it will be a hassle. It will be a nightmare to get it undone. So here we are arriving. As you can see, it's longer than the station, but that's okay because we're only going back the other way, and it's one track. Well, it's not one track, but the junction is over here, and I made it back there on purpose because I knew that eventually this was going to be a really long train. So you've made us what? 14.1 million to drop off that 270 fuel. It's actually 16.5 million. Our profit is 14.1 million after the 2.3 million running costs so far this year. Now we know that this train has a $10 million running cost. So after the running cost of 10 million, 9.92 million, not even 10 million. We're going to have a profit of about 5 million. No. Yeah, we're going to have a profit just a little over 5 million each time this train drops off fuel to this side. And now we're having it wait for a full load, and since there's only one train on the line, it's not blocking any of the other tracks, that's totally fine. So I think that's the only thing on there. Oh no, the construction materials drops off on that side too, but it's not being blocked, so it's fine. So now that it's sitting here, you can see that its running costs are slowly going up instead of, you know, really fast. It's gonna sit here and wait for another train. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a problem. Halt. Yeah, they're all waiting because this is gonna have to be redone. Alright, so I'm gonna need you to stop. I'm gonna need you to... Oh, you're gonna try and go anyway. No, you need to stop. You're gonna junk up the whole line. I'm glad I saw this, and this is the end of the episode too. I'm glad I realized it before it was, no, we don't want Catergory. No, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so we gotta go from here to here, and from here to there. All right, and then we'll have to get rid of this, and we'll have to put a signal in. Oops. Where you at? Nope, you're gonna have to go to that. This will have to go here. This will have to go here. Get rid of this. This needs to go down here. There we go. And this has to go because the train is too long to sit in that little thing and it'll block traffic. Okay, so you go, and you go. Yep, see what happened is the train is too long now, and it was going to cross wrongly on the incoming side of the track, and that's just that's bad for business. Bad for business. All right, so. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you like this one, please leave me a like and or a comment. And if you don't want to miss what happens in the next one, or you want to see more like this or other games like this on the channel, please make sure to hit the red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you do not miss anything. I have been Operator Nexxus, and you have been wonderful. Thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.